Hey Gina, how you doing? How's it going? It's got cold here. It was a pretty nice day, but man, it's cold out. Got rid of most of the snow though. How you doing, Gina? Yeah, can you hear me all right? Better turn your volume up. Should be able to hear me. You could just send it to my PO box. I'm going to be heading down there a day or two, but I'll be going down there later. It's Tom Reed, PO Box 41, and that's West Branch, Michigan 48661. Now I'm going to be in Detroit for a few days. You can send it to the Detroit PO box if you were going to send it soon. And that address is, you can send it to Tom Reed, PO Box 10663, Detroit 48210. Probably be better off sending it there. That way I can get it when I'm down there. Now, mind you, anything of value, including money, is going to go straight to drugs. So keep that in mind. She's got boots and clothes and everything else. Hey, Big Sexy, how are you? Hey, June, how's it going? It says it's 29, but it feels colder than that. Oh, yeah, it's a terrible life. Sure is. It's just a chat. Just there's regulars that come on here, and I just happened to sign on for a second. If you're not familiar with the channel, probably wouldn't make sense to you. In West Branch or Detroit, Elaine? Oh, that's cool, hesitation. That's cool. Oh, okay. That'll be good. Yeah, I get. Did you get that PO box number and the zip code I gave you? Because I'll be taking off there probably tomorrow or Thursday. That way, when I'm down there, I can check the mail and I'll have it to give to her. Yeah, that's what I would do. Yep. Because I'll be gone by the time it gets to West Branch, and I check that PO box when I'm in Detroit, so that'd be the best way of doing it. I'll be down there tomorrow or the next day. Hesitation. I'll probably be down there for a week. Yeah, I'm not really doing too much. I was always kind of fooling around with video and photography, so I was down there doing photos anyway, and I just kind of luckily stumbled into meeting some of the working women down where I was photographing a lot, and just did an interview, and one thing led to another, and I just kept doing it. But I don't really do too much. I mean, other people donate the things. I mean, I know when I'm doing something that matters, and I wouldn't really consider anything I've done so far anything out of the ordinary. It is gloomy, yeah. Cold, damp, some light flurries. It was nice earlier. Oh, thank you, Paul. Yeah, I'm just starting to. I'm going to probably do a documentary eventually, but I like what I'm doing. I just ordered a book on Amazon last night. Sometimes you think like you have to do something like just because it's available. It's strange. I realize that I like doing exactly what I'm doing. I actually got offered free cameras from GoPro as a sponsorship. They had somebody in their marketing department call me, and I don't want to take any sponsors, even if it's something that's like a $500 GoPro camera. I mean, it changes things. All of a sudden, you're videotaping or video recording things that you wouldn't normally, and answering to people. So it's just not for me. So I think I'll probably stick to shorts. I'd like to get an interview with Marguerite's daughter while I'm down there, and I'm going to interview Tassie, which I'm looking forward to. So yeah, filmmaking's interesting, but as far as like a film that you'd actually like get people to pay to see, I don't think that really interests me. It's just like writing a book or doing a book on photography. It doesn't interest me either. I mean, there's a certain psychological component for, I guess, some people, just want to write books and do films, and other people look for some kind of validation, where I'm happy to be a screaming amateur. Okay, Jan, sounds good. Yeah, just put my name, the PO box, and then Detroit and the zip code. And whatever you're sending, if you could please clearly mark on the box who it goes to, even if there's more than one person, because I hate opening the boxes if I don't have to. I'd rather just stack them up and look at them and hand them to the people. Hey, Fox Corner, that's half my ancestry, Irish. Hello. Yeah, thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. It's all right. You know, I've been told by a couple sources, and I don't know if it's true or not, but evidently that Amanda, Coco's friend, got beaten pretty severely and is in critical condition in a hospital. That's all I know, and I hope it's not true. And I kind of worry about Coco being alone in this abandoned house. So that's why I should have went down there today, but I'm hoping for some more info first, you know. I don't want to get down there too early. It's still a little cold. I'd like to get the nicest days possible. Hey, Weeba. Oh, thanks. All right. Yeah, Becky, she's in the can for a long time, at least till I think January 23rd. Yeah, I wouldn't really say I do too much, Fox Corner, honestly. But thank you. Yeah, it is terrible. I hope that's not true on Amanda. And I kind of feel bad for Becky. I mean, you know, her bond's up to around 10 grand now, and the records are so poor down there. You never know what to believe. Time served. She got 100 days. And I don't know if that's time credit. It looked to me when I got the records that she could pay 10 grand for a tether. Well, that's not very likely. But you know, you think of just a woman that is not with her kids, not close with family, just got busted for some drugs, and is in a Detroit jail over the holidays, and it's got to get to you. Hey, Russia, how you doing? How's it going? Thank you. Appreciate it. So, you know, I'm going to try and visit her when I'm down there. I don't really know what's what on that. Hey, Amanda, how you doing? Yeah, you know, Raven's hard to run into. Now, I got an email about 3 days ago. I'm suspect it could be phony. This lady claimed to be roommates with Raven, and she wanted to do an interview. I responded, and I'd never heard from anyone. So I don't see Raven out there that often. I've got stuff for her that people have sent from, you know, a couple trips ago. Yeah, thank you, Russia. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll figure out what I got to do to get on that list. It wouldn't surprise me at all if nobody visits Rebecca. You know, that life kind of isolates you from friends and family. I mean, she's been locked up since the 7th. I talked to her landlord, who's a really nice older guy that met Becky on a bus about 12 years ago. Keep him up to date, what's going on. He wouldn't have the faintest idea where she's at had somebody not told me about Becky. You know, when I try and access these computer records from my laptop or my phone, I can't get into the damn things. There's some lady out in Colorado that actually gets me these records and forwards them to me. I don't get it. So I'll know a lot more in a day or two. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I definitely got my enemies, Gene, that's for sure. It's the nature of the beast on YouTube. I tell people all the time, if you're going to get a YouTube channel, you better be thick-skinned. You're going to get every nasty, rotten comment in the world and a letter on top of it. Oh, thank you, John Boy. Appreciate it. Marguerite, I'm assuming that she's probably out in the corner. God, I worry about Marguerite as well. She's one shot away from getting pneumonia and being lights out. Sitting out there. You know how it is when it's cold and you're not moving. Freeze your damn ass off out there. So I'm assuming she's about the same. That competition is still open, Amanda, believe it or not. And the reason for that is, I did it. And then people wanted me to extend it because they couldn't get their email done in time. Then I got a couple late stragglers. So really, I didn't give the $100 out yet because I didn't get everybody to vote on the chat. So it's kind of up in the air. Oh yeah, definitely some nice places to eat, Elaine, that's for sure. Oh, thank you, Priscilla. Yeah, I wouldn't really call it work, to be honest with you. I mean, when people go on vacation, they don't reference this as some great benevolent act or work. I'm having fun down there. I don't consider work. I never really went down there with any agenda. It just kind of happened accidentally. Yeah, I'll tell you, I'd bet against that, Amanda. She's for some reason just those street people, man. I don't know whether some extra genes kick in or what, but man, to be able to survive those cold, damp winter nights. It's one thing freezing your butt off outside. It's another thing doing that and then going home to an unheated home. The mortality rate is not as high as it is high, but it's for a culmination of reasons. One girl got hit by a car, a couple of them OD'd, murdered. So compared to other people their age, it's high. But they hang in there a lot better than you expect them to. Oh, okay, Lady Loyalty. Okay. So I'll just see what's what. Got all my camera equipment ready. Evidently, Gina, at least as some of the women tell me that, when you're high on heroin and you're doing a lot of crack, you're not cold like you would be not doing those drugs. Oh, thank you, Lady Loyalty. I appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully I'll have a bunch more. These interviews aren't as easy as you think. I've been down there a week before and drove 200 miles a day for a whole week and didn't get one interview. It happens. Hey, Carrie, how you doing? Yeah, that's true, Amanda. Yep, they can do that. Yep. Oh, yeah, it's a tough way to go. I'll tell you that. I mean, I think one of the things that gets me is just, you get young, pretty, feminine women that get on this heroin. And it's like, the vanity that's associated with women that age just goes right out the window. They can't take showers and baths, and there's no place to do their hair and wear clean clothes. And, all the typical things they should be experiencing at that age and caring about. Hey, Carrie, how you doing? Pretty good. No, I think I'd die out there as well. And as you know, I got Coco's diary, and I read more of it today. It's just so super sad. These women are miserable. She never thought in a million years anybody'd read this diary unless she died. And God, is it heart-wrenching. Oh, okay. Yeah, West Branch, a nice town. Yeah, I mean, yeah, opiates, you're right, Jumbo. I wouldn't say I really do much. I'm happen to be down there anyway, and it's other people like Elaine that send gifts and Gina that I give to the women. I mean, the only struggle, if there was any struggle that I have, and that is that is understanding and accepting that anything of value in cash is going to go to drug use. I mean, I don't really feel good about that. I don't know that for sure, but I think much more of it went to drug use than I suspected. Yeah, that's what I think, Gina. Yeah. No, isn't that something? Yeah, I agree, Carrie. Yeah. I feed the hell out of the birds in the winter, big time. And if we get one of these crazy deep snows and then it gets super cold, I feed the deer as well. You're not supposed to, but man, I just can't stand to see something be hungry. It's a flaw in human behavior, really. I shouldn't do it. I mean, there's something to that gene pool, and only the fittest survive. But yeah, that's a weakness I have. Yeah, there's a guy, down at the Varsity hamburger place down there, Hillary. There's a guy that's been selling hot dogs and hamburgers for 60 years. And there's a guy that wants me to come down and interview him. Frank is his name. I don't know if you know him or not. Yeah, that's kind of how I looked at it before, lady. But, I found in talking to them that it really doesn't keep them out of the cars. You think it would, and in theory, that sounds like it's logical. But what really happens is they still go in the cars and they take your $100 and they use that for drugs too. So they're kind of double dipping over the course of anyone's donation. Oh, you know it, Gina. Yeah, I think it's a miracle. It's like winning the lottery in a way. Getting out of that lifestyle is difficult. No kidding, Gina. Furnaces. Wow. What are you burning? Oil? Oh yeah, Daisy. Yeah, she got a rawhide sent to her. Elaine sent a blanket. Another lady sent a scarf. That's the way it works, lady loyalty. And I used to think that too. That was always my rebuttal was, hey, keeps them out of a car. Nah, not really. Yeah, yep, Frank. You'd know him if you went down there. I mean, he's been down there for 60 years. You can believe it. There's a guy that's donated money to the women, actually owns a paper company in Madison, Georgia. Yeah, I mean, I think it wasn't all for naught, Elaine. I still think it was better than not sending things. I think the cash went for drugs, the food cards went for drugs. I do see him wearing the clothes that and boots that people send him, so it's not a complete wash. Hey, Leanne, thanks for checking in. Oh, wood furnace is interesting. Oh, really? That's interesting, huh? I didn't know goats had a hard time in the weather. Yeah, they're doing both heroin and crack, Gina. Oh, it feels hopeless. Believe me, it does. They're just trapped. I mean, can you imagine just having sex with strangers and feeling like shit all the time and not wanting to do it, but it was the only source of income available? It's just I can't think of a worse position to be in. Yeah, it's a tough one, Hillary. It really is. Yeah, that's exactly it, Amanda. Yeah, you're right. I agree. So, Amanda, the $50,000 question: do you think it's wrong for people to send cash to known drug addicts that they know that they're going to spend the money for dope? Is that a bad idea? And before you answer that, I want you to consider Marguerite as an example. She's 61, has no intentions of quitting drugs. She's going to die out there. She doesn't want to go anywhere else. You look at her, or at least I do, differently than somebody 20 that looks like they have perhaps a promising future. So in the case of Marguerite, do you think that's wrong? People send her $30 for crack. I mean, she's been smoking it for 40 years. Oh, okay, Elaine. Well, they appreciate those and they use them, so thank you. Yeah, no choices. That's basically what it boils down to. Oh, they do, man. This lady just, especially the women that have, lost their kids through this. Oh yeah, believe me, it is. You talk about burning the candle. They're burning the candle at the beginning and the end and the middle. Yeah, Carrie. Can you imagine that, man? I mean, just having sex with strangers. Yeah. That's exactly it, Elaine. That's exactly it. You know, in a weird way, they compartmentalize that and they don't really think of it as sex. They think of it as just an action from get to A to B for drugs. It's not like, you know, if you were a single person considering having sex, this is like different. This is a mission to support an addiction. And they kind of look at it differently. They sell the gift cards, Hillary, for a half price. Oh, 76, that's not bad. I think that's a lot of it as well, Gina. You're right, John Boy. That's exactly it. That's why I tell people to buy this book on heroin, because unless you understand the life of an addict on heroin, you will never make sense of somebody giving a heroin addict $10 that's dope sick. It's like, well, why are you doing that? You're contributing to the problem. What if they overdose? That kind of thing. Well, once you become educated on heroin, you'll think about heroin addiction much differently. Yeah, that's it. And I mean, there's a, you know, along the way they give up. Yeah, Gina, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not, Elaine. I mean, you know, I don't really know what they think. I mean, they never say, hey, I think you're a good guy or something like that. I mean, I'm bringing them gifts and cash and whatever. I mean, there's really no reason to not like me. So it's really hard to get an accurate read on that. I don't really know. Oh, okay, Carrie, that's nice. She's lucky she has you around. They sure do, Lady Loyalty. Absolutely right. You know, I'll get that out of my car later. There's a bunch of them. I have like probably 10 books on heroin. I will put that. I'll be on later tonight, and I'll give you the name of it. Oh yeah, Carol, syrup, you know it. No, it really doesn't last that long. And you know, the dosage, the potency is not as strong as it used to be. So, as an example, maybe in the 70s you could shoot up 4 times a day. Well, now you got to shoot up 8 times a day, and it's so super affordable. You know, it seems like some economics professor got in there and priced street sex to go along with drug addiction because it all kind of works out just fine. About the only thing you can do is work as a prostitute, and it's just enough to cover your daily drug use. And it's cheap sex too. This isn't like escort sex. This is, you know, 20, 30, 40, $50 a pop. Oh wow, that's too bad. How is this child doing now, Carrie? Yeah, DUI wreck. That's too bad. I mean, I don't know what the father was like, but it could have been a blessing in disguise, unless he was a good guy and wasn't at fault. I'm curious, did that come up very often with this child, wanting to know what the deal was with her mother and father? That's true, Amanda. Well put. Yeah, you got it. Oh, okay, Carol. Yeah, and that's the truth. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah. I'll tell you, human behavior, you can count on it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Talk about bad luck. Well, you just look at something like that. How could a young child like that just have that such poor fate? Well, she's got you, which is lucky. I mean, she could have went off to foster care with this, which is a mixed bag. John Boy, how long were you on heroin? Oh, jeez. Well, it's nice, Carrie. Nice of you to do. Child's lucky. I'm sure at this point in your life you didn't plan on raising a 2-year-old, but thanks. Oh, good. Oh, wow, John. What got you to change? Oh, okay, Carol. How's that working out for you? Oh, interesting. There's critics of that, that say that you're just trading one addiction for another. Oh, okay. Well, good. Yeah, it's fun. I got a buddy of mine. His daughter was on OxyContin, and they were afraid this baby that was just born about a week ago was going to be addicted. Uh, how long of a process was that, Carrie, with the baby before it was just clean? And is there any lingering ramifications as a result of that experience, or is the child just a normal kid now? No, it's funny though, Fox Corner. I mean, generally, I mean, when I talk to these people, there was some kind of childhood trauma, dysfunctional family, pervert molested them along the way, that kind of thing. But there are also people like Becky, as an example, that and Dan that came from good families. Don't use that Coke, Carol. You need to realize how much that ages your cardiovascular system. Coke is very hard on your heart. It's accumulative too. Yeah, you need to quit doing that. Yeah, that's a good question, Gina, because I think her roommate may have been beaten up, is in critical condition. I don't know this for sure. So Coco would be living in that abandoned house by herself. So I don't really know what the status is on Coco. I called, tried to call Amanda, and her phone was disconnected. I don't know, Luke. Can you guys answer that heroin question? Yeah, well, Carol, Sarah, read up about cocaine use and cardiovascular health. You don't want to have a stroke at a young age because of that. It's possible. Bob Probert, ex-hockey player, is a perfect example. Hey, Mace J, how are you? Yeah, I mean, read about what it does. So I'll find out what's going on down there shortly. I don't think that you're thinking of Maddie. I don't know if that happened or not. No, I mean strokes, heart attacks. I mean, read up on that when you get off this chat today, because it's not just like you do it and either it happens then or it doesn't. Your chances of a heart attack are super increased every time you do coke, and there's a cumulative effect that it does. And of course, nobody's going to fund a study on cocaine and hearts. It's all pathology from autopsies. I mean, this is a known fact. No, I don't doubt it, Amanda. The world's crazy. Oh, geez, really loyally sorry about that. Yeah, you're right, Gina. Yep. Oh, yeah, I'm just having fun down there, really. Hey Sabine, how you doing? Oh, I believe it, Gene. It can happen anywhere. Yeah, sorry about that, Lady Loyalty. Some of them do, yeah, but one thing about working women is they never have a phone that works. And if they do, they don't have it for long. Hey Jesse, how you doing? Oh, I believe that, Pox Corner. Yeah, I believe that. They'll do anything. Yeah, man, I'll tell you. I think, if it was up to me, I would say let people do whatever drugs they want, with the exception of heroin. Focus all your energy on heroin. I mean, the cost to society for heroin addiction is just nuts. They're living in abandoned houses, Carol, sure. Believe it or not. Not kidding you. Lulu, I'm assuming, is with her dad. That's the last I heard from her. I don't know anymore. Oh, no kidding, Luke. Huh? Oh, thanks, Amanda. What happens is, there's people that aren't set up to do a chat, so I'll go on, talk a little while, and then they like chatting, so I just let them chat. I mean, they don't have a camera and a setup, I guess, so I don't mind. It is way worse, but heroin is bad enough, believe me. Heroin does more damage to society than meth. There's not much meth in Detroit anyway. No, I'm a couple hundred miles north, Jesse. Yeah, it's cold here today. I'm in West Branch, Michigan. Not too cold for that. Oh, interesting, Nathan. Well, I'm sure of it, yeah. Oh, you like it, Cindy? That's good. Thanks. Oh, wow, Lady Lovely. Wow. Yeah, it's a mystery. I couldn't do it. Yeah, there's big drug problems up north. Yeah, where I live. Yeah, it's 28 out cold. Oh, I believe it. Yeah, especially after what you experienced. Yeah, it's a big difference. Yeah, it's good, Gina. You've come a long way. You deserve it. No, I'm a couple hundred miles away. Good girl, honey. Keep an eye on things. That a girl. That a girl. Good girl. Keep an eye on things, son. Keep an eye on things. I am. I'm gonna go down tomorrow or the next day. Actually, Detroit's gonna have some really nice weather starting tomorrow or Thursday, I think. Nice and warm down there. Take Daisy to her favorite park. It's 33 down there now. It's a big difference in here. Gonna be sunny. There's some cold air coming through. Tomorrow's gonna be cold, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday it's gonna be 40. Sunday 43. Monday 46. Can't beat that. Oh wow, Nathan. All right, lady, take it. Take care. Oh wow. Yeah, getting a little light flurries. Oh, Boston's super expensive. No, I'd like to. I just never seem to cross paths with them, Jesse. Hey Marie, how you doing? Yeah, good. Well, I think I'm going to sign off for you guys. I'm going to be on later tonight at 9. Hope you guys can try and make it. Try and make it on at 9 tonight. Okay, Elaine. All right, Gina. Hey, Cindy. You too. All right, Nathan. Take care. Thanks.